recreating our review video for Chapter 10, Section 6. Chapter 10, Section 6, and here's the learning target. We're going to divide monomials. Last section, 10.5, we learned how to multiply. Now we're going to learn how to divide them. Here's the rules. It's going to govern our interaction. If I'm dividing 3 to the 7th by 3 to the 3rd, that becomes 3 to the 7 minus 3, or 3 to the 4th. Or, in general terms, a to the m divided by a to the n becomes a to the m minus n. All right, where a is not equal to 0. So let's go through these here. We're going to be subtracting instead of adding. So it'd be 6 to the 12th. 6 to the 12th divided by 6 to the 2 would be minus 2. 6 to the 12 minus 2, or 6 to the 10 would be the correct answer. Here we've got 3 to the 10th power. 3 to the 10th power divided by 3 to the 4th power, so it'd be minus 4. 3 to the 10 minus 4, which is 3 to the 6th, is the correct answer here. All right, we've got simplify a to the 14th divided by a to the 8th, so that would be a to the 14 minus 8. A to the 14 minus 8 is 6. A to the 6th is the correct answer. X to the 11th divided by x to the 3rd, so x to the 11 minus 3. 11 minus 3 is 8, so it would be x to the 8th. X to the negative 5, or 8 to the negative 5 minus 2 would become 8 to the negative 7. The negative part, of course, indicates the wrong part of the fraction, so it would be 1 over 8 to the 7th. 1 over 8 to the 7th. And the last one here, 5 to the 8th minus a minus 3 becomes 5 to the 8th plus the opposite sign of negative 3 is 3. So it'd be 8 plus 3, or 5 to the 11th power. Second way to do this would be to say 5 to the 8th over 5 to the negative 3. The negative 3 is in the wrong part of the fraction, so it should be 5 to the 8th times 5 to the 3rd, which of course would be 5 to the 11th. X to the negative 9th divided by x to the negative 1. I'm going to flip both of these. I'm going to move this to up and this down. So I've got x to the 1 over x to the 9. So this would be x to the 1 minus 9, x to the minus 8, or 1 over x to the 8th. Okay. Second way to do that would be x to the minus 9 minus a minus 1. Of course, that becomes plus 1. X to the minus 9 plus 1 would be minus 8, and that becomes 1 over x to the 8th. Equivalent answers. N to the minus 3 minus a minus 1, n to the minus 3 plus 1, n to the minus 2, or 1 over n squared. Eight x, or 8y to the 3rd divided by 16y to the 9th. I'm going to separate out the 8 and the 16, and I'm going to say 8 divided by 16 times y to the 3rd over y to the 9th. All right, 8 over 16 is 1/2. Y to the 3rd minus, or y to the 3 minus 9 becomes, and it's 1/2 still, times y to the negative 6, or 1/2 times 1 over y to the 6th, which would be 1 over 2y to the 6th. 2y to the 6th. Separate out the numbers. I've got 2 over 12, and I've got b to the 8th minus 3 becomes b to the 5th. 2 over 12 becomes 1/6. So I've got b to the 5 over 6. B to the 5 over 6. All right. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters, and 1 kilometer is equal to 10 to the 6th millimeters. All right, how many centimeters are there? Well, if I've got 10 to the 6th millimeters, and I want to change it to centimeters, I have to divide by how many millimeters there is in 1 centimeter, so I'm going to divide by 10. If I do this, I've got 10 to the 6th minus 1, which would be equal to 10 to the 5th, and that's how many centimeters there are in a kilometer. And so it'd be 10, or it'd be 1 and 5 zeros. So it'd be 100,000 centimeters is equal to 1 kilometer. The population of the state of Michigan is 10 to the 7th. The population of Anger County, Michigan is about 10 to the 4th. How many times larger is the population of Michigan than the population of Angler? So I need to divide 10 to the 7th by 10 to the 4th. That becomes 10 to the 7th minus 4. 10 to the 3rd is how many times bigger the state population is than the county population.